What's up YouTube, Derbertor Welder coming at you with another video. I'm in the middle of a handrail project and I'm going to try and document some of the work that we'll be doing with the handrails. I really want to kind of document this. I want to document this project because we're really going for top-notch, best of the best rails that we can possibly put together. So here we go. As was not in our last video, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know exactly what this is. This is the very back of what was the dump bed on the F350. This is the very back of it right here because we cut it short and it was way too long. So we cut it short. That's the back 2 feet of it. And it makes a great table. It's relatively flat. We got it, all our little spacer doohickeys under it to get it nice and level. And it's a nice, 8-foot long work table. And most handrail sections aren't really no more than 8 feet at a time. So it's a great handrail working table. And you guys been following me for a while, you probably remember this table. This is my monster table. It was basically a free get it out of my shop table deal. I had to cut it into pieces to get it on the truck, then reassemble it. But the legs were these massive legs on it, made it way too heavy to move, so we put smaller legs on it. And now it's actually a nice level table. Don't that look familiar? Yeah, it's just temporary home. But yeah, so we're actually doing multiple houses. We're not just doing one house, we're doing multiple houses. We're doing the first one here. The reason you see there are no pickets is because we're actually having to do wire. Now, I've done some research and it looks like we can get specialty hardware that kind of disguises your tensioning stuff for the wire and tensioning hardware. So I'm going to go to Lowe's Depot or wherever and pick up that kind of stuff, or see if I can find that kind of stuff. That way we don't have, turnbuckles and stuff all in the middle of it, making it all clunky looking and shit. We really want it to be nice and clean. You can see I got weld symbols here, drill symbols, and everything like that. I'm trying to get my employees used to seeing these. So some of it I kind of, like you see this weld symbol, it's got the little flag to indicate it's being done in the field and will be attached. Oh, I forgot to say in the field. There we go. It says right there, will be attached in the field. So I kind of write some of it out. So they're like, what does that flag mean? Okay. You can see this railing right here, which is the wall. There's a wall right here. You can see staircases here. How I'm doing it is I'm going to make this rail, just a rail, here at the shop. Then I'm going to make these little attachment pieces. These will be put on in the field, be screwed into the wall at the right angle. And once we got the right angle, we drop the piece of square tube on it and weld it, and then touch it up with primer. We're not painting these. All we have to do is prime them. The guy we're working for has a very, very specific color in mind, and he wants to do it. So you know what? That is absolutely fine. So you can see right here that this rail here, I know I use a line instead of a square, but I kind of wanted to draw out the make the post more visible, so post stand out. So this right here, this part from here back, that gets attached in the field. Look at, so we line it up, get it square, screw it into the floor, weld it. Well, probably weld it then screw it into the floor. Reason is for transportation's sake. This is just under 8 feet. Means it'll fit in the trailer. That part, of course, will fit, and that will fit. They all fit in the trailer. We can trailer it out there. Now, when you're building this kind of stuff, you have to think of, in the shop, how you're going to get it there. So you have to build accordingly. You have to think, if I'm only transport by 8 feet sections, then I need to build it in detached 8 feet sections and then attach it in the field. So I'm on my way to the hardware store. I got all my employees straightened out with the plans. We got a few little things tweaked on the plans, pointing out a few things that were either done incorrectly or whatnot. We got all the plans straightened out. Everybody's now on the same page. So I'm on my way to the hardware store. I got some stuff to get. I got to get lag bolts to bolt the hardware into wood because it's a house, it's all residential. So I want to get big lag bolts. I want these rails to be CO2 and 035 diameter wire is my go-to. I like the way 035 welds on the higher end. That's just what I've used, what I continue to use. And yeah, rock and roll. So, I've been getting my steel delivered now. I no longer go and pick up my steel. And the reason is the place that I get my steel only charges 15 bucks to have it delivered. That's pretty cool. They'll drive it to my shop and I unload it off their truck for 15 bucks. Excuse me. Having real dry weather recently around here. But yeah, they'll unload it. Excuse me, I'll unload it. They deliver it for 15 bucks. It's like the next day or the day after, of course, but you know, that's not bad. So how I do it now is how I do my steel. I call my supplier, Dillon Supply. They're the steel company around here. I say, I want this, that, and the other. Email me a quote. They email me the quote. And then I forward that to my customer and tell them, call them, pay for it. The delivery fee is already in it. The next day the parts show up, I can get started. It's great. There is no reason for me to be driving out there, spending my money and my time and my gas going and getting those parts when I can just make the customer pay $15 and have them delivered to my shop. It's just so much easier. It's just way smarter. Apparently this hardware for this wire handrail is pretty hard to find, but I did finally find silver Milwaukee ink saw. I've been wanting these forever. Now I finally got them, so I'm gonna be giving these a shot, see how they do for marking steel and whatnot. So yeah, fun stuff. There? Yep. Perfect. Oh yeah. Beautiful. It's gone. Still there. It's the third time I heated that area up. So YouTube, apparently those parts that you got to get for running that wire through the handrails, the pieces that go on the end, the studs or the verticals or whatever, you can't find that locally, or at least I can't find it locally. So I've ordered it 50 on Amazon for about 50 bucks. I know 50 will get me more through this project than through any other ones that might show up. So that way I'll have plenty on hand. 50 for 50 bucks on Amazon, and I got next day shipping. So as soon as they're here, we can finish the rails. We got a lot done here. So we're on day 2 here. We got a lot of these pieces completely welded up, and we're flap wheeling all of them. They're all getting flap wheeled with the Diablo flap wheels, 60 grit ones. I really like those. They're worth the price. They seem to do really good. So these sections right here, we're putting red primer on them. I'll show you. You're getting red primer. I like the red primer for all this kind of stuff right here. We got our holes drilled to run the wire through. This is a straight section. This is actually going to be the handrail on the wall. This is going to be the railing around the drop right here. That's what that's going to be. The long section is getting sanded now. Then we'll bring it over here and prime it. Then as soon as the wire connectors for the rails show up, then these can go get installed. And like I said, we're not painting it. The customer has a guy who's coming out and painting it a very specific color.